Alright, amazing artists. Today we're going to take a look at the artist Reggie Laurent, and we're going to start working on creating a collage that we are then going to be using some acrylic paint markers on top of to add some patterns. So what you're going to need for this project is a black sheet of paper with your name and class code on the back with a pencil. Once you've done that, you're going to flip it over. And then you're going to need some scrap colored pieces of paper from the scrap boxes in the collage studio. You're going to need a pair of scissors, and you're going to need a glue brush. And we'll talk more about that in just a second. To start out with, we're going to be cutting some organic and some geometric shapes. So geometric shapes, remember, are shapes that we use in math, shapes like rectangles and circles, hexagons, triangles, shapes that have names like hearts, diamonds, things like this. These shapes really have a finite definition. Like every rectangle has 4 sides, 2 that are shorter, 2 that are longer, and 4 corners. That's what makes it a rectangle. But these shapes that are enclosed over here are still shapes because they close, but they're more free form, they're more natural looking. These shapes are known as organic shapes, and we're going to see quite a few of those start to show up in Reggie Laurent's work as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by cutting some shapes out of these scrap pieces of paper, and then we're going to arrange them on the paper, and we'll talk about how to add glue. Something worth mentioning when you're cutting. I'm going to talk about 2 things here. One is how you can create some symmetry in your work. So by folding a shape in half, fold my paper, I can create some interesting cuts here. And notice that I'm turning the paper, I'm sorry, not turning the paper, I'm turning this, oh yes, I'm not turning my scissors, I'm turning the paper. Okay. And when I open that, you can see that it's symmetrical. That means it's the same on both sides. And so these can be really fun to play around with. You can also make other shapes that are maybe more familiar to you. So that was an organic shape. But if I wanted to, I could make some more geometric shapes this way, such as hearts. If you don't know how to do this, you can just as easily cut out a heart after drawing it on the paper as well. So remember, you want both organic and geometric shapes in your work, and you're going to start to arrange them. So now that all of my pieces are arranged, I'm ready to start gluing. One thing I like to do is use a scrap sheet of paper. It doesn't really matter, like this is literally somebody else's garbage that I pulled out. Just something to have a back for your pieces makes a big difference in terms of like adding them on and making it a little easier to glue. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna twist open my glue bottle. You can see there's a lot of glue in this one, and so what I'm gonna need to do is wipe the inside of the lip so that it doesn't drip. Now I can take these pieces one at a time, flip them over. I'm gonna flip them over onto this white sheet of paper and brush them on the back, all over. Keeping my piece still, not getting too much on the edge, but you do wanna brush all the way up to the edge so that you can not have any corners that lift up. And you can see how this looks wet and shiny. There's not like a white glob on there. What I'm gonna do is find where I want that to line up, set it down, and then give it a little massage to keep it in place. So just a little rub, 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 rub. Okay. If you get glue on your fingers or on your table, you can wipe it up and rub your fingers together, and that glue will just peel off. It's a lot easier than just washing your hands, and sometimes it's kind of satisfying too. So you're just going to continue to add glue to the back of these pieces. Do not add glue to the black paper. You're going to find that when it dries, all that glue is going to show up and it's going to look a mess. So instead, always add glue to the smaller piece of paper that you're going to glue down to your base when you're doing collage. You can see that none of my pieces are overlapping or touching each other. Usually in Reggie Laurent's work, he doesn't connect a lot of pieces or have them overlapping. Each shape kind of stands out on its own as an individual. So we're dipping, wiping lips so it's not dripping, adding glue to the back of our piece, spreading that glue out, making sure that it's not too goopy, and then lining that up where we want it, sticking it on, giving it a little massage. I'm going to do this for all my pieces, and then we'll talk about what is next. Okay, at this point, what I'm going to do is make sure that my glue bottle is twisted shut now that all my pieces are glued on. Make sure that lid is screwed on tight, and when you put it away, it's sitting upright in the container. Now, this might still have a little bit of extra glue on it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half, because having a scrap sheet of paper for this next step might be helpful too. What we're going to be using is some acrylic markers. These are really fun. Students really seem to enjoy these. I also have some of these white gel pens that are good for adding super fine details. And so what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to use both of these things, and then we'll give it a try ourselves. So I'm going to be using a few different colors here. You can always go back and get more, but I'm just going to start with some basic ones to show you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this white gel pen to kind of add in some white lines around some of these pieces. You don't have to go all the way around. Reggie likes to do like one kind of continuous line around all of his shapes, but you can decide if that's what works best for you or not to kind of sew it together is what he says. So you could try something like that. Another thing that you can do after this step is you can go back in the empty spaces and actually fill in some of those areas with some of this acrylic marker if you want to. And remember, this is abstract art, so there's really not a wrong way to do this. The main idea is that you're not making anything representational. So I'm not making a picture of a school bus or an apple or a car or my friend or McDonald's. What I'm trying to do is just make some interesting patterns using these geometric and organic shapes to kind of spark some imagination. So here I'm even coming back in and kind of doing some like negative space things. Again, it's really up to you how you decide to finish this piece, but I'm going to show you some things if you really want your work to resemble his. But remember, each one of these pieces is going to be really unique and stand out on its own. So there's what I have so far. That's just the gel pen, okay? Let's talk about using these acrylic markers. When we're using these, we really want to think in layers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by filling some of the shape in. And in order to get this marker working, it has a felt tip. And so in order to get that felt tip covered in paint, sometimes I have to push down a few times. If you need to shake it, make sure that you shake it with the lid on. Otherwise, it will fling acrylic paint everywhere, and acrylic paint does not come out of clothes. It stains. So be careful. You can see it's already getting lighter right there. So again, gently push down on your scrap sheet of paper, and that will help bring that paint down to the tip. This one looks like it's starting to get a little dry on me, but that's okay. I'm going to shake it one more time. You don't want to rub too much over the same area because it will cause your construction paper to get a little bit wet, and construction paper does not take water or moisture very well. So just keep that in mind as you're working on this. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this layer kind of dry a little bit as I move on to this other piece and talk about some other things you can do. And then we're going to come back to this. So I think what I'm going to do on this one is actually create some more shapes inside this area. I think what I want to do is use this pink and create some larger shapes, and then I'm going to outline them. This kind of is reminding me a little bit of a crown. So that's not what I made, but a lot of times the fun thing about abstract shapes is you can kind of start to see images inside them using your own interpretation. And everybody might see something different. So what I'm going to do is this area that has started to dry a little bit, I'm going to use another color on top of this and create kind of like a wavy line. A lot of the patterns that Reggie Laurent uses are made up of different lines and dots. There's, again, really no wrong answer here, but think about what makes up a pattern. Any repeating line, shape, or color can be a pattern. So think about what you would like to have in your own pattern. Here I'm going to create another triangle, I think, on the inside here, just to give some variety in these different colors. I'm going to put some polka dots on the inside of these bumps. And again, I'm just touching there. Don't overthink it. I think I'm going to do some purple in this area out here, polka dots again. Maybe I'll do a border around this inner triangle. Okay, and you can really see how those layers are starting to build on themselves and create more interest in each one of these shapes. Hold on, let me find one that's working a little better for me. There's one that's nice and juicy still. These can be tricky to work with, so keep that scrap paper on hand for ones that are a little bit more stubborn, like these. There we go. Now it's running really well, maybe even too much. Remember, you are working with a liquid inside here, so be careful. And maybe we'll add a few more spots. And start thinking about what you could do around the outside edge too. Like here, maybe I want to create a border instead of on the actual shape, around the shape. That is certainly a possibility. So give this a try for yourself. Fill in all your shapes, take your time. And let me know if you have any questions. Remember what Reggie Laurent said. I am unique, my art is unique. So make sure that you put some personal flair in there. Have fun making your abstract artwork.